Hi, everyone. I'm Barbara Laib with Century 21 Affiliated. I'm based in our Appleton, Wisconsin office, and I'm always here to help you whether you're buying or selling a home. Maybe you want to know what your home is worth. I'd be happy to do a market analysis for you. Today is our May 2021 National Real Estate Market Trends Report. Still a lot of stuff going on in the market. The main driver of the housing shortfall has been the long-term decline in the construction of single-family homes. That decline has resulted in the decrease and the supply of entry-level single-family homes or starter homes. This is probably no bigger issue right now that I am going to talk about than the lack of inventory across the country. In our area, we have roughly about a 1 month supply of inventory. Now, as you know, previous videos that I've said, anything less than 6 months of inventory of homes is a seller's market. Anything over 6 months of homes in inventory is a buyer's market. Right now, we are in a seller's market with roughly about 1 month supply of homes. So significantly, there's less number of homes on the market, which supply and demand pushes the prices of homes up as well. We are not in a housing bubble. We are dealing with supply and demand. In the housing bubble, when the housing crash occurred in 2008, many builders were hit hard, and that's why we have a lack of new construction. And now they're facing large increases in pricing on lumber and other building supplies, which also will be pushing our new home prices up. But we are not in a scenario like 2008. And I just want to remind you of that. We're dealing with supply and demand pushing home prices up. So that's important to remember. Also, we're coming off from a pandemic, and people are starting to look, they've spent a lot of time in their homes. They're starting to say, okay, is this home really right for me? Or do I need something else? NAR came out with a study. They did a little bit deeper dig into housing and what people want. The top 5 reasons why homeowners are planning to sell this year. 1, the home no longer meets their needs. They want a home that's going to meet their needs moving forward. 2, we can make a profit in this market. Now remember, yes, you can make a profit selling your home. But if you're buying a home, you're also going to pay premium dollars for that home. 3, we want a smaller house, less work. Something that a homeowner can maintain a lot easier. 4, we want to live closer to friends and family. And this, no doubt, is a takeoff spin from the pandemic because we're finding that relationships with family and friends are very important to us. And number 5, we want different features and amenities in a home. If you ended up working from home and you didn't have a home office and the kids were doing school at the kitchen table, you really probably were thinking a home office would be nice so that when I'm on a Zoom meeting, I don't have the kids in the background. I could be working with no noise in the background. But these are 5 very important things that homeowners today are thinking about. Now, back in 2008, when we had the crash, many people were talking about maybe owning a home is not the American dream because many people lost money on their homes. They lost their homes or they lost money. They saw a decline, a depreciation in their home value. Things are changing again, probably some due to the pandemic, But a year ago, or really I should say before the pandemic, 10% of folks said they were planning on buying a home. As of today, that has jumped up to 16% the first quarter of this year. So the attitude towards owning a home and buying a home has shifted during the pandemic. And I thought that was very interesting. So you're going to have a lot more buyers out there, and we have less inventory, so we have to deal with that. Today, coming out of the pandemic, there's clear signs that owning a home, home ownership, all those things that mean to people they want to own their own home, they found that the home became the epicenter of their lives for this past year. They went to school there. They worked out there. They ate there. We spent more time with our families in this home. It's not a situation that's going to last forever, but it's a very important reason why people want to own a home and want to have a home that meets their needs. Now, the average profit for a home seller increased over last year by 26%. The Google study, if you've been reading that, thinks we're in a home bubble, when really it's supply and demand working. Anytime there are fewer items on a market, the prices do move upward. And I think that's something we've got to remember. We're not in a housing bubble. We just have a lack of supply, which is pushing the home prices up. And we've got to remember that. Now for your forbearance update. People are moving out of forbearance. I do not think we are going to see the large amount of foreclosures that people think they're going to see in the next year to 2 years. The number of active mortgages in forbearance hasn't really changed in the last several weeks, but if we go back, we do see a drop in the number of people in forbearance. Over the last 2 months, 400,000 people have left mortgage forbearance. And it is expected that more will be rolling off that forbearance. 47% just over the last month or two are paid in full and out of that forbearance. 36.5% of the people in forbearance have worked out a repayment plan with their lenders. So there is a slow decrease of forbearance being paid off in full, or people are arranging payment plans on it. However, there are still some people in trouble. There are about 32% that are still in trouble and have not made payment plans back to their lender or pulled themselves out of forbearance. And that percentage is across the country. It is not just Wisconsin. So we still do have some people in trouble, but it's not going to be like the 2008 housing crash. Overall, the Wall Street Journal replied that consumers were more upbeat about their income prospects this last month, and many appear eager to spend. The survey found 8.9% of the Americans plan to buy a home in the next 6 months, the biggest share of records of ever buying a house going all the way back to 1978. Now, what are experts saying in the mortgage rates and what's going to happen with them? It's an important story because that also is fueling our buyers moving in to purchase homes. We've ticked up above 3% on the average 30-year fixed, most staying about 2.98%. Keep in mind, though, rate projections are expected to go up. Don't know when, and I don't think it's going to be a lot. Some experts are saying about 3.75% by the end of this year. So what I could say to you is 3.75% is still a great rate. it's not something that you want to rethink about getting in and purchasing a home. 3 to 3.75%, great rates. And the experts are forecasting that home price appreciation this year, due to the lack of inventory, are going to be forecasted at 6.8% increase in appreciation, which if you're a homeowner, that's a good thing. So though that's kind of the nuts and bolts of what's happening across the country on our real estate market. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. You can reach me on many different platforms at www.connectwithbarb.com. On Saturday, I always publish this video along with slides on my Facebook and social media pages. So if you want to check out the slides, go ahead and check me out on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube video. That will be out on Friday with this video. And I'm always here to help you. And thank you so much for watching.